Good news for all the Logitech owners, but especially the G Pro ones. Logitech has finally released peripherals for their ecosystem. And for the Logitech G Pro, it's been like 2 years since its release. So yeah, good news. So what Logitech has released is a G Hub, 2 wheels, 1 round and 1 track. Then they also released an independent quick release, a handbrake and shifter combo, and also some special Momo wheels. I've requested Logitech for the whole slew of equipment to be reviewed, so if you want to keep up to date, subscribe to the channel. But anyways, let's start with the hub because I believe it's the most important piece of this new equipment set. At least it will be what people were mostly expecting. And in terms of a hub, it is quite similar to what Mozza, Fanatec, SimiCube or Simagic have released, or even also Asetek. Is essentially a hub with some buttons and you put a wheel on top. But unlike Mozza or Fanatec, this is more related to an Asetek solution where you need to use their wheels, and we're going to have a look at them as well. The price for a hub will be $129 or 139 euros for the PC version, or $149 or 159 euros for the Xbox version. The price difference is going to depend on what you want to use. If you want to use just a PlayStation or just a PC, just go for the PlayStation version because the PlayStation will have the chip. If you want to use it on the Xbox, the chip will be on the wheel, not the wheelbase like with the PlayStation. So you'll have to buy the Xbox version, which will be just a slightly bit more expensive. The hub will have some changes from the outgoing regular wheel that comes in the package, as it's going to be having firstly a LED strip instead of just on the wheelbase like we have on the moment. And in terms of button format, it's going to differ slightly, especially with the left triggers and right triggers that you can see on the side of the wheel. And also because there's a change on the rotaries. If you guys remember, the rotaries on the bottom for the Logitech wheel had one that was vertically inclined and then had one that was facing your side. As you can probably see from the format of the hub and the position of the buttons, it means that the wheels that were going to be compatible are wheels that are done from Logitech, or wheels that will appear in the future from some sort of third parties, or you adapt them yourselves to it. If you want to use a wheel that will have a common pattern like a 6x70 or a 3x50, it won't be compatible unless you start drilling. However, it's a bit disappointing that the selection peripherals this time they decided to release isn't really something a little more specialized, like you could have a wheel like a McLaren wheel or FSR wheel or something like that. That would be nice to have, but it's better to have this than nothing. However, Logitech is kind of hinting that more stuff is coming in the future, and it's not going to take 2 years, which is good. This being a hub that is specialized towards Logitech equipment, it means you need to buy Logitech wheels, and they have released 2 Momo wheels and 2 Logitech wheels, and one of each, 2 track wheels and 2 round wheels. So first of all, let's go towards the Logitech GRS round wheel. Essentially, it will be a 290mm wheel made out of fake leather. They want to maximize the lifespan of it, and I actually enjoy fake leather very, very much. If you're going to buy the hub and you need a wheel, of course you need a wheel to run this, it will cost you a minimum of $200 or 220 euros. Then we have the track wheel, which I don't think a lot of people will be happy with. It is on a different shape. It is not a full complete wheel on the top. It has actually a cut top track wheel, so the usability, well, it's pretty much the same as a round wheel in my opinion. The outsides are made of perforated TPE, and the structure is made of the same aluminum. I don't think a lot of people will be happy with this format. Some people will much rather have the closed top one, and depending on the format of your thumb well and also the top, it's where you have to see if you're not gonna turn it around and then your finger goes one way or the other. But then again, I'm pretty sure they have studied all the ergonomics, because if they didn't, they spent 2 years releasing this and then, well, it's not good. The prices are exactly the same, $69 or 79 euros. Both wheels are 290mm, but then there are the Momo wheels. The Momo wheels will be more expensive. They are built a little bit different. You know, once again, it's a partnership between Logitech and Momo. It's been something that it's been in sim racing for what, 25 years or something. So it's good to see Momo coming back and providing something for Logitech, because, you know, the Logitech Momo was something really legendary in sim racing, and it's good to see this again. The two wheels that Momo have provided, the first one will be the Logitech GT320, so that is a round wheel that will be 320 millimeters, so it's a little bit bigger for those of you who want to have a bigger wheel for road racing or for drifting or for something like that. It's good to have a bigger wheel if you want to. The construction is different from the ones we had for the Logitech wheels. First of all, the logos are enameled. They're really not painted. Then in terms of the construction, it's made of an anodized aluminum in black, and it is wrapped with a microfiber grip. Lastly, for the wheels, there's Momo's version for the track wheel, which will cost exactly the same price, $199 or euros. It's 290 millimeters, and it features pretty much every single thing the other one features as well. Enameled, embossed logos. It's made of microfiber or wrapped around in microfiber, and then it's made of anodized aluminum for the structure. Logitech says for the Momo specifically, they are made in the same way that the ones for cars are made, but you know, marketing is marketing. Even if it's compatible, don't use these on your car. If they are going to be popular or not, I really don't know. It's going to really depend on your needs. And if you don't need any of this and you actually want to use your own wheels, Logitech has actually provided a solution because they're coming in with their own independent quick release, which you can connect to your wheels. In this case, it will be the Logitech GRS QR adapter with the price of $60 or 70 euros. This is a purely mechanical quick release. This is made out of aluminum. Logitech wants to keep the weight down, so the true force effects also come through the wheel, which is pretty good. And in terms of adaptability or in terms of compatibility, it will be compatible with 6x70 or 6x50.8 on the front, and on the back is also compatible with 6x70, so you have a lot of choices there, and it should be compatible with pretty much most wheels, including boutique wheels or wheels that you're going to buy on somewhere on eBay. So even though there's no Formula wheel or GT wheel, you can get your own one. And remember, this is not a powered quick release. You do need to still connect some sort of USB to make your wheels powered. The last one is going to be the Logitech G RS shifter and handbrake, or handbrake and shifter. And this is going to be slightly disappointing for some of you Logitech fans because this is not a 6-speed shifter. It's going to be a sequential shifter that can turn into a handbrake with a flick of the switch, much like a Thrustmaster shifter and handbrake works. This is going to be compatible with the Logitech G923 via the box they offer as well if you want to use that with those wheels. In terms of price, it's going to be $149 or 159 euros. So it's not going to be cheap, especially if you're going to buy two of them if you want to have both a shifter and a handbrake. The design is actually quite interesting. You can use this in a bunch of ways. You can use them side by side because there's the clamps. You can remove the clamps. You can use the clamp as a way to clamp another one, and then you have like one on top and one on the bottom. You can use this as a bottom clamp for other solutions that will have, for example, in 8020 sim rigs. You have a bunch of solutions. This is actually a really interesting solution. And if you want to flick between a handbrake and a shifter one way or the other, there's basically a toggle at the bottom that you will then need to activate to move between a shifter and a handbrake. This is going to be USB based. That means if you want to use it on a PC independently, you can use it to connect it through USB. You can still use it disconnected to the Logitech G Pro at the back because there's the hub that is made specifically for this type of equipment. Or if you want to use this with the Logitech G wheel 29, 920 or 923, you can connect it on a PC, once again via the USB. But if you want to use this on a console, would that be the Xbox or the PlayStation, you do need to buy the compatibility box they have. Let's be obvious with this. This is not the perfect lineup, or at least not the release you would want to see. Definitely a lot of people, including myself, would like to see a new 6-speed shifter or 7-speed shifter or something like that for a dedicated Formula wheel. Especially, I think they work with McLaren. That would be nice to see. But it is really not that. I believe they want to send something a little more rounded that will have a maximum impact to more people, because with the hub you can definitely either go to round wheels or tracks if you want that, and the hub seems to have some sort of good ergonomics just like their other wheel has. Once again, I've requested Logitech to send the whole shebang so I can try it out and do the reviews for you guys, so keep up to date by pressing the like button and subscribing as well. Let us know in the comments what you think about this lineup and what would you like to see.